Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you don't know me, if you're new here, I'm Jen. I'm an esthetician and this is my beauty channel where I talk about skincare, makeup, etc. I also own a beauty company called Bauer Beauty, and all of my social media links and all of that information will be below in the description box. So today we're talking about La Mer's Miracle Broth because I made a post on TikTok recently and a lot of you guys asked, what is in this Miracle Broth? And I didn't know because I've never used La Mer, so I looked into it and did the research, and I'm gonna give you guys the full tea on what the Miracle Broth is and my overall analysis of La Mer, the soft cream. That's the cream that we're reviewing today. It's their main cream, La Mer's main superstar cream, the soft cream. Just a little history. The Miracle Broth was developed by someone named Max Huber. Max Huber, it was a physicist that experienced a severe burn in the lab due to an explosion back in the 50s. And he spent about 12 years trying out different combinations of ingredients and different concoctions and formulas until he came up with the Miracle Broth and developed a cream around this Miracle Broth, okay? So the Miracle Broth is the key ingredient in all of La Mer products, and it's actually a combination of ingredients. And if I'm looking down, it's because I have notes on my phone, okay? The broth is actually like a yellowish liquid which smells a little bit like sherry. The Miracle Broth consists of the following ingredients: sea kelp, vitamins, minerals, citrus oil, eucalyptus, sunflower, wheat germ, and alfalfa. All of these ingredients are fermented together for a period of 3 to 4 months. Fermented, you know, they just put them in all together and they ferment them, meaning they let like the bacteria grow and the alcohol kind of form and everything, and it changes the structure of the chemicals and the ingredients kind of all fuse together. During this 3 to 4 month period, they really massage the hell out of this broth. Technicians actually play the broth a tape of sounds, and they're mostly like bubble noises, like gurgling noises. And historically, I guess Max Huber would play the new broth, the gurgling sounds of the old broth. So there's this constant link, you know, from the inception to present day. This has been tested to see if it really impacts the broth, if the noises really impact the broth. And the data actually show that the sound waves do make a difference, which is unreal. It makes a difference. With the sound waves, the broth is more active, and the sound waves in general are known to impact chemical reactions. And also, Max Huber created this formula and this broth based on astrology. They found, after his passing, they found a lot of different astrological charts. So he was trying to chart out the exact right moment based on the alignment of the stars to create this broth. And it supposedly took over 12 years, like I said, and over 6,000 formulas to perfect it. Now, this broth sits in a vehicle which is composed of a lot of different things, but let's say the bulk is mineral oil, petrolatum, and glycerin. In any formula, you have the vehicle, which is the actual moisturizer that it sits in, but then you have the key ingredients. That vehicle is designed to make the key ingredients go into the skin. So basically, when you buy La Mer, you are buying the Miracle Broth, and they also have another key ingredient called the lime tea, but I'm not going to go into that today. It's just a bunch of antioxidants and stuff. Anecdotally, I've seen people talk very highly about the effects of La Mer. So La Mer was originally designed for chemical burns and burns in general, and I know I follow people on social media that have gotten burnt and used La Mer, and it's cured their skin, cured their burns. So this Miracle Broth has anti-irritant properties because it is fermented. Fermented skincare and fermented ingredients are really good for the skin because they are really good for promoting barrier strength. The Miracle Broth is said to be anti-irritating and stimulating electricity in the skin cells that produce proteins like collagen and elastin. There's a dermatologist, Noelle Sherbert. She is quoted saying that the core benefit of La Mer may be in its ability to keep the skin barrier robust. The kelp is actually scientifically shown to reduce the signs of wrinkles, and I'll link the study where I found that below. Max Huber, the creator of this formula, when I was Googling around, there was really not much about him. And that was really weird to me. Like, you'd think you'd type in Max Huber and he'd have a wiki page, right? No, nothing, zero, nada, nothing. And so I did some digging, and apparently there are a ton of conspiracy theories that like Max Huber was never alive. But actually he was. His death records were obtained. He died in California in 1991. There are actually people that have met Max Huber, back to the conspiracy theories. Felicia Millowitz and Linda Wells both have met him. Linda Wells is a former editor-in-chief of Allure, and she said that she met him, and to demonstrate the cream's purity back in the day, he actually dipped his finger in and took a bite of it. And this story was like, he's done it multiple times apparently. So there was this thing back then even where if you can eat it, then it's great to put on your face, that mentality. And Estee Lauder had been trying to buy La Mer from him for a long time prior to that, but he would not sell it. And when he died, he took the formula with him. So after La Mer acquired Estee Lauder after his death, they actually hired a medium to communicate with him in order to recreate the cream. And they also brought in different healers and whatnot to the lab to actually create an energetic imprint on the machinery that they were using. I'm like a believer in the metaphysical realm in terms of astrology, in terms of non-physical energy, in terms of things like that. I think that all of these things can be appreciated personally. From a scientific perspective, this obviously isn't going to substantiate the cost. La Mer gets a lot of heat for being strictly marketing, but you can see that they actually have put a lot into how they design this formula. I always say this with skincare products: as the price increases, you don't necessarily get a better result. You might, but you don't necessarily get a better result, but you may get a better experience, a more well-crafted product. But the thing with skincare is at some point it plateaus. It can be the most beautifully crafted skincare product in the world. It could be creme de la mer, and it could be $300, and it could be worth $300 in terms of the work that went into it, the thought that went into it. But it depends what you're paying for. If you think that this cream is going to, you know, solve every skincare problem you have, it's just, it might not, you know. The thing with craftsmanship when it comes to skincare is that if you care about the experience, then it's worth paying for. But if you strictly are just worried about the results, then sometimes you can't substantiate the cost. And I call these fluffy brands, but these are also luxury brands where there is a lot of thought that goes into, clearly there's a lot of thought that goes into this. So not saying this cream isn't worth it, it's just, it depends what your intentions and what you're trying to get out of it are. To be honest, after researching this, I kind of want to try it. Like I said, I do like the whole metaphysical aspect that comes along with La Mer. It kind of pains me to think about spending $300 on a cream, but after doing the research, I'm just kind of like interested to try it. I'm just interested to try it for myself to see if I see a difference. Like I said, there is a lot of people that just are like, this cream changed my life. Is placebo a thing? Yes, 100%. But if it's placebo, who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? Like if you use it and it works and you can see it working, does it matter? If it makes you happy, why not? Why not? So maybe one day if I'm feeling excited, I'll buy creme de la mer, okay? A lot of you guys have asked me about it. It's my most requested luxury skincare brand to review. And you know, my cheap ass is not excited to run out the door and spend that, but there are luxury creams that I've tried that I've really loved, like the SkinCeuticals Triple Lipid Restore. Whew, that bitch is amazing. Okay, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope you found it useful and informative. And if you did, don't forget to give this a like, and don't forget to subscribe, because we're trying to get to 100,000 subscribers, bitch. We got 94 million left to go, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.